What is up, everyone? It's Julianne here, coming at you live from San Jose, California, which is, I think, one of the most beautiful places on earth, to be honest. I need to get showering. I need to get ready here because I'm going to go hang out with my friend Joy, who's visiting, someone that I've been friends with for almost a decade, which is super crazy. She's the one who introduced me to Eric, and I take credit for her marriage and her and her husband getting together. So, yeah, we're matchmakers is who we are. Anyway, I'm coming at you live because I have something that's on my heart. You guys know I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to speak it. I'm going to tell it. I don't hold a lot back. This is the first time in my life that I legitimately get to be me. And anytime I call anyone out ever, it's all factual. Like, it's literally just like, oh, no, this is what it is. So this is what it is today. Something that I would love to just elevate thinking on is to the people, for those of you who want in the boot camps, but you don't really want in the boot camps. Here's an example. So I get messages all the time of, I need to change, I need this, I want to do this, great. What do I need to do to join the boot camp? And I'm like, well, after building a relationship and after knowing their goals, something that is important to me. It's important to me to know your goals because at the end of the day, I know what this has done for me. I know what this is going to do for you. But if you don't know what this is going to, or why you're doing it, why would you do it, right? Like, why in the heck would you do a boot camp if you didn't know that, like, you were lacking confidence? Like, it's really important for me to dig and get to know that. So many people are always interested, and I think it's just the hype. Like, here's an example. Yesterday, I went into a fudge store, and I had no plans to buy fudge or taffy. And I was like, to my friend Joy, let's go in. She's like, why do you always, like, if you walk with me, I always walk in bakeries. Like, anytime I see them, I'm walking in. I just like to window shop, and I'd rather window shop at bakeries than window shop at the mall. Like, I don't care about clothes, I care about the treats. So anyway, we're in there. The best thing happened ever. The girl was like, hey, do you know anything about our shop? We're like, no. And she's like, yeah, we have like 21 fudges and they're like specially made, whatever. And you can sample every single one of them if you wanted to. And she's like, you can go to all that taffy there, grab a few, go ahead and taste them, taste them. And I'm like, okay. So I sampled some fudge. I know I'm on round 2 of the shift shop, but lay off me. I was starving. I'm just kidding. But I had no plans on buying them, even though I was, like, interested. And I, like, walked out. I was like, I wonder if that was, like, frustrating for them or if, like, they get that all the time. Then I was thinking about it. I was like, this happens all the time. People who are desperate for change, they literally hate the skin they're in. If you don't hate the skin you're in and you still want to change, like, there are worse off people right now. Like, and I'm not saying that to be mean. Like, it was me. Someone who was not confident and someone who always wore Spanx and someone who always would jump on the scale and complain about my weight, talk about my weight. It was always on my mind, but I wasn't willing to actually do anything about it. And people are all talk. And I truly believe they have the motivation within them if they want to change. Like, if you want to change, if you want to lose weight, if you want to feel more confident, if you want to gain muscle, be more toned, all those things, that's already motivation enough. But what happens is we build this foundation of excuses, or maybe it's mistrust, I'm not sure. But it's so simple. I was talking to someone, and for my boot camps, I require the All Access Challenge Pack. It's $160. The reason I require that is because, one, I'm doing it. I have the All Access, and I've been drinking Shakeology for 3 years. However, people will be like, well, can I get it? I'm drinking this. No, what you're drinking is crap. What you're drinking is a protein drink. What I'm drinking is a superfood shake that literally is full of nutrients. And I'm not drinking it for weight loss because it's not a weight loss shake. Well, I'm doing this. Sorry, I don't believe in that. There's chemicals in that. You cannot, sorry. Like, I want to support you, but I don't believe in that. I literally have turned people away from joining me because they're drinking stuff that's not good for them. And I require Shakeology for a reason, not for personal gain, but for, like, I actually believe in it. Like, it's actually going to make a difference in your life. You can go read the nutrition labels, go do it, or the ingredients and all that stuff. And then I walk the walk. So this is what I know. This is what works. This is what's changed my life over the last 3 years of me being so faithful to this journey. And then So I had some people saying like, well, should I require the all access for my boot camps? And I'm like, well, are you doing the all access? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, then why wouldn't you? Like, it's something that you're already doing, something that the reason this person messaged you was because of your journey, but they're not willing to do your journey. I think people are cheap. I think people are looking for an easy way. I think people are looking for quick fixes. I think people are looking for, not like to work for it, but like get a little taste of it, just like the fudge, right? Like I wasn't willing to pay for the fudge, but I like wanted a taste of it. And I gotta be honest with you guys, like that type of mindset is not gonna get us to that next level. Does that make sense? And I was just telling some people that, and I just think it's really important for you to know that. And I'm going to be transparent about that. This has changed my life, every aspect of it. I walk the walk every single day. I sweat. I work hard. I'm not going to hold your hand, but I'm going to encourage the heck out of you. And I've seen so many transformations happen that are no longer people addicted to quick fixes or yo-yo dieting or things that are so unhealthy for them. And I truly believe it's because they're fueling their body with good nutrition and they're actually doing the work to work out. And they're not making excuses for that. So for those of you who are interested in boot camps, but you're not really interested in it, I don't know why you're wasting your time. Like, to be honest, it's like, it's only expensive if you don't get results. Like, you are not going to die by joining this boot camp by working out. I honestly think it's this fear of failure, this fear of like whatever. Like, it's just so crazy to me because it's like, the person that you're reaching out to, you're inspired by their journey, but you're not willing to do what they do. Like, you're still having that like cheap broke mindset or that like scarcity mindset, that fear mindset. And you guys, I honestly am just speaking truth because that's how I was. So I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm just trying to call it and say it as it is. I am willing to say it as it is because I don't think enough people are. I don't think a lot of people are willing to just be a straight shooter. I think a lot of people try to tiptoe around things and try to justify things, but I'm just going to tell you, real nutrition works. These workouts work because they're work. And if you keep getting interested in these boot camps, but yet you're not doing anything about it, I suggest you just stop. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want you to. I'm not saying I don't want you to be successful, but it's just like, man, like, you have to be willing to make a sacrifice. I've had people say, like, I want to do what you do, but I, like, don't want to make the investment for it. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, this didn't fall in my lap. Like, I worked really hard for this. Like, it just doesn't just happen, right? Like, I remember becoming a coach 3 years ago, and I've worked hard every single day of this journey. And it's like people want to like be in my shoes, which I want them to be in their own shoes, and that's how my social media is. But it's like, guys, like, this didn't just happen like based on luck. Like, this happened because I didn't quit. So just a little bit of insight for you. If you keep if you're someone, maybe you're someone who's asked me and you were interested, but you really had no, like, you really don't want to commit. Like, you just, like, want in it to, like, see the magic and, like, get the magic, like, recipe or something, but you're not, like, really going to do anything about it. Like, I think you're wasting time. And I'm just going to call you out. Maybe this is, like, the thing you need, right? Of just, like, Julianne got in my head today. But also for the other side of that, the coaches and the people who are really working on themselves, I really invite you to ask, like, are you treating your boot camps like a volunteer boot camp? Are you treating your boot camp like a minimum wage boot camp? Like, this is what works, and you can't dumb it down. Like, if you're actually walking the walk and following a program and you're getting results and people are asking to join you but they're not willing to do what you do, I wouldn't want to help those people because I don't think that they're going to be fully committed when they're in your boot camp. I think people, when invest in something and they put an investment in it, they're willing to work harder for it because they don't want to lose out on that investment. And that's just like, I'm going to go back to, it's only expensive if you don't get results. Straight up. It is. Like, looking back and like the investments I've made in my health for the healthy way and the right way, it's like, I feel like a machine and feel so good and like love the skin I'm in. And I've gone on such this journey of growth that I would not trade anything for that ever. I never want to go back to the person who I used to be. I don't regret anything. It's made me who I am today. But man, putting in the work for this, the investment myself, it is so worth it. Like, I think that's just the thing is, like, guys, like, I do this too. Every day. All right, it's on my heart because I know some of you coaches are struggling, but I also know some of you who follow me and who are standing on the sidelines, like, you have, like, a toe in the water where it's, like, either, like, get all the way in or get all the way out. Like, I'm ready for people who are seriously ready to commit because at the end of the day, I want to help you. And if you're not going to even allow yourself to experience the magic of that, then I know that there are people who are willing to really go for it and not ask questions. And honestly, like, when I started my journey, I didn't even ask questions. I didn't even care how much Shakeology. I didn't even know how much Shakeology was when I started. It didn't matter. What mattered to me is that I wanted to change, and I was sick of being the same, and I was sick of doing all and just talking about it. I decided to be about it. All right, you all are amazing. I need to shower, but I hope that you all have a really great day. Let me know if this was helpful. If this was a gut check, like, message me, be like, Jillian, you called me out today. I'm ready to go. Let's get in the boot camp. I'm going to be running it. This hit me. Sometimes starting a program can be overwhelming. Sometimes the meal prep, all this stuff is, like, a lot. So I was thinking, let's just do it a day at a time. I was talking to my friend Morgan and my friend Sarah. Let's do it a day at a time. How about that? One day, we're just going to go one day at a time. So we're going to drink our shake and we're going to celebrate that victory. We're going to do one workout and celebrate that victory. And then we're going to listen to one podcast that's like 7 minutes that's going to transform your thinking for the day, one day at a time. Because at the end of the day, I can't look back and be like, oh, it was just this defining moment. It was so many little moments that brought me here. So if you're just hopping on, go catch the beginning of this and tag a friend who might need this. Message me if you're like, Julianne, dang it, like, you got in my head again. It's what I'm here for. I'm just going to say it as it is. And if you like authenticity, real, raw, like, straight shooter right here, but I want you to be successful. Like, that is what I want you to do. So talk to you all later.